Alright, this is Andrew with Jota Home Inspections. We're here today in Washington Terrace doing a sewer scope. We've got the camera pushed out 65 feet to what looks like the city connection. A pretty short sewer line, but from what I can tell, this is dropping into the shared city line. Looks like a pretty big line, and you're coming in kind of perpendicular. I'm questioning it a tiny bit just because it's a pretty short line. Usually a line is closer to 100 feet, but you're not incredibly far from the road, and so it's definitely possible that it's less than 70. We're at 4618 South, 475 West. Today is August 10th, 2022. We're going to pull it back and record it and see what we find. So the first section of this line is PVC or SDR, which is a plastic pipe. That's great. This is a section that's been replaced. And then it transitions to Transite, which is a cement asbestos pipe. I'm not seeing any standing water, which is good. That indicates proper grade. Looking at this deterioration here, it looks like it's deteriorated or damaged. If you look at the very bottom, it looks like there might be a crack. Almost like this section about the size of my hand has broken off and has shifted a tiny bit. I can't see the other side of it obviously, but it does look like a little bit of damage here. From what I can tell, it looks like waste is not getting stuck on it, but if that is cracked fully, water can get through that and cause settling, which could make the issue worse. Here's one of the bigger concerns that I found. I can't tell exactly what this is. It doesn't really look like a root on the bottom. On the left upper side, that looks like a root, but this looks like something hard that got stuck on it. Almost like maybe there was a root there, and then some construction debris got poured down the line and hardened on the root. You know, as I hit it, it feels pretty solid. It's not moving. I don't think that's a piece of just regular human waste or something. A regular root you can just hydrojet out and, you know, maintain it in the future by having it jetted every year or two. With something hard, if the hydrojet doesn't remove that, you can be stuck with this blockage, which waste can get stuck on and lead to a backup. And now we're transitioning to cast iron. Cast iron is oftentimes considered the weakest link. It gets very rough and rusty, and it can allow waste to get stuck, which can lead to a backup. Pretty common to have with this age of a house. And it looks like it's performing the way that you want it to be. I'm not seeing any standing water in it. You know, it's definitely rusty, but it's as I would expect it to look. Eventually it'll need to be replaced. I would recommend getting the insurance on this line, but also addressing the two problem areas now to prevent an issue in the future. And the last thing I'll add is that section that looks like it's kind of broken off or settled. The only way that I can think, well, I guess there's two ways to permanently fix that. One would be to dig it up and do a spot repair. That can be very costly. The second way I can think of is you might be able to blow a liner through it. And if you put a liner over it, it's going to kind of be like having a new pipe inside of that old pipe, and that would add some structure to it so that if that is broken off, water is not going to get through it, and it's just going to be a sleeve, and it'll kind of fix it in that way. I'm going to end this recording now.